I should say that I'm very pleased to have written the introduction to John's latest book, which is really, it's almost his collected poems, called Revolutionary Alchemy. I did it in part because, and he doesn't know this, but I'm saying it publicly now, because in the 80s, when I first heard his work, it was also connected with a press, the Poetry for the People press. And he very kindly published a work of mine that I regarded as very important, called the Jonestown Arcane, as I thought the Jonestown event was the most tragic event in my adult life as an American. One might say that the 9/11 event superseded that, but in a certain level, from talking about what revolutionarily came out of the Vietnam War, the Jonestown event was to me the great tragic event. And so in part, that was also, but notwithstanding that, he is an incredible poet. His book will knock everybody out, I assure you. You'll recognize yourselves through many years here. He's also, I should say, this book is $10. Another one for $10, and John is the translator of ancient American poets. This goes back into Nahuatl and Aztec, and it's also an incredible book. There's another one called Memoirs of Memories of Drop City, about the first hippie commune in the 1960s. These are all $10. And this one is a double that 10, but it's a definitive work for all the people, uncovering the hidden history of cooperation, cooperative movements, and communalism in America. Okay? We're going to hear from John for the next half hour. Welcome, John Kerr.
Thank you very much, Jack. Very kind of you. Jack suggested that I start this, or at some time I do at least one poem in Aztec, Nahuatl. So I'm going to start out with that. And this is a very, very famous poem, which is traditionally attributed to Nezahualcóyotl, who, or in English his name is a hungry or fasting coyote, who is traditionally recognized as the greatest poet of ancient Mexico. And it's a very short poem. Actually, this poem, many scholars believe it really isn't. It's not one of the scholars are. It's not really one of Nezahualcóyotl's poems, because of the internal characteristics of it. But in any case, it's a beautiful poem, and in English it's called When I Die, and in Nahuatl it's called Ikwak Nimikis. And I think what I'll do is I'll read it in Nahuatl or Aztec, and then I'll read it in English, and then I'll read it again in Aztec, and you can kind of listen to it. No Nazin, Ikwak Nimikis, Otlequilpa, Xinechtoca, Iwan Ikwak, Platitlashkashchiwas, Opa no Papa Shichoka, Iwan Tlakat Platanis Siwapili, Tlekatichoka, Zanwiliwi, Kiknanquili, Kushosholtik in Wawit, Iwan Popoka. And in English, this is a poem of the poet speaking to his mother. Mother, when I die, bury me beneath your hearth, and when you make tortillas there, cry for me. And if one should ask you, Mama dear, Why the tears? Answer quickly. The firewood is damp and green. No Nancy, ikwak nindikis, motli quilpa shunich toka. Iwan ikwak, tlati tlashkash chiwas, ompa no pampa shi choka. Iwan tlakatl tlatanis, siwapili, tleka tichoka, sanwaliwi, kiknan quili, shosholtik, inkwawik, iwan papoka. So that's when I die, either by Nezwa Coyote or not by Nezwa Coyote, depending on what scholar you refer to.